Oh, hey guys. Anyhow, this video is for entertainment purposes and educational only. And any and everything I say could be wrong. So always do your own research and come to your own conclusions. So Gypsy Fox suggested this video, and I watched it. So let me pull up what video it is. It's on BitChute also. I believe it's trending on BitChute. Let's see. I just want to show you what the video is for context. That way, if you've seen the video or you're gonna watch the video, then you get an idea of. It's this one. Wait. Is it this one? No. Damn it. Let me pull up my history and show this video. I believe it is, yeah. Here we go. Okay, it's coming up here. So this sweetheart probation deal, is that the one? Let's make sure. Yeah. Now, well, let me go to my text. Yeah, this video here. It's on Palentire. The treasonous Trump sweetheart deal with Palentire. Okay, so I just wanted to show you, this is the video. That's the title of it. You can go to Odyssey and watch it. Okay, and I wanted to share my thoughts on it. And, so I listened to the whole video, and I don't really want to go into in-depth explanation of it. Let me try to just do a quick synopsis of what the video is saying. Well, it's saying that Trump has got some deal with this company called Palentire, and what it's going to do is it's going to turn up the surveillance system to 11, right? That's what it's going to do. This Palentire deal that Trump is engaging in with is going to turn up the anti-privacy surveillance system in this country to 11, where it's going to be it's going to be like a social credit score system. If you speak out or whatever, if you're a naughty boy, they just turn the switch off. And we've seen that they've made movies about this that are like 10 years old. They make movies about this. And so the idea is that this is all going to happen, right? And so I listened to the whole thing. It's like a 45-minute video, and I would imagine that there's a good amount there's possibly a good amount of truth to what is being presented in this video. But I do have some, I'm just going to speak from the angry hobo angle, man. And nobody listens to the angry hobo angle at all. And that's why everything gets worse and worse and worse. Because nobody gives a shit, basically. Like, nobody fucking cares about anyone or anything but themselves. And so here you have this guy, upset that the president, all he cares about himself and he doesn't care about anybody else. But you see, that's the problem worldwide. It's not just Trump. It's like everybody. And when nobody gives a fuck about anybody but themselves, well, guess who's going to get elected for president? A person who doesn't care about anybody but themselves. So if you or I don't give a shit about anybody but ourselves, and then a person just like you and I ends up being president, do we really have anything to complain about when all we ever cared about was ourselves anyway? We never gave a fuck about anyone or anything but ourselves. And then a person gets elected to president and all they care about is themselves. Do we really have a right to complain about it? You see, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. And, again, you're not going to listen to me. This is the angry hobo angle. You're not going to listen to it. But I'm going to go into it anyway. Show me somebody that gives a shit. Who is it? Who? Show me that person that actually cares about it. Look, so I'm going to pull up some Bible verses. Because just like there's truth in videos that you'll find on Odyssey and Rumble, you'll find truth also in the Bible. So, now, does that mean that Odyssey and Rumble are the gospel? Does that mean that, the Bible is the whatever? No, but you can find truth in it. I'm not saying one way or another. All I'm saying is you can find truth in the Bible, just like you can find truth if you listen to some video on Odyssey or Rumble or BitChute or whatever, right? But even the fucking liar speaks the truth with a lying tongue. So whatever, you got to take it at face value. Even the truth can be and oftentimes is spoken with a lying tongue. So let me pull up some truth that's in the Bible to illustrate my point about my thoughts on the whole Palentire thing. Okay, let's pull up the Bible. We're gonna go with the King James version, King James, Book of James, we'll go King James, KJV Bible, Book of James. Okay, Book of James. Bear with me here. Let's bring it up. So this is all part. I need to. This is how I'm illustrating the point that I want to make on this. The King James Bible. All right, come on. Book of James. Okay, here we go. Book of James. Come on. Author, date, recipients. Oh my God, dude. Why does everything have to be? Okay. All right. So blah 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 blah. Okay, for a son, blah 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 blah. Blessed is the man. Okay, give me a moment here. Okay. Next. Oh yeah. Well, this is where it starts. My brethren, have not faith of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. So, anyways, this is where, okay, right here. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring in goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit under my footstool. Are ye not then partial in yourselves, and are become judges of evil thoughts? Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. But you have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats? Do they not blaspheme that worthy name? Okay. So, do you not understand what this is saying? Let's look at it again. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and a really cool BitChute channel and God's really popular and all that, and then there also comes in a poor man in vile raiment who doesn't get any clicks, likes, views, subs, blah, blah, blah. And you have respect to the person that has money and the gold ring and the popular channel and shit. And you have him, you want him to, sit here in the good place. And then you say to the poor, oh, get the fuck out of here. Go sit, lick my boot. How are you any different than Trump? All this anti-Trump. How are you any different than Trump? You're not. You're just like him. You're just like him. Okay? And that's what this is saying. Aren't you just as good? You're just like them. You have despised the poor. You do this to the poor. And by doing so to the poor, you are showing respect to the rich men who oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats, like Trump. Trump is oppressing you and drawing you before the judgment seats. So this one, don't you understand my point? Don't you understand my point? Dude, all these people that complain about Trump, they're just like Trump. They're just like fucking Trump. The only reason they're upset is because the shekels aren't coming to them. The power, the control, the shekels, everything, it's not coming to them. They're just like Trump. All of them. Look, so when I'm watching this video about Palentire, and I'm listening to this guy is a fucking cunt with first world problems. This guy is the same as what's illustrated in the Bible I just showed you. This guy tells the poor, oh, go away. But if you're like wearing the gold ring and the gay faggot clothes, he's all your friend. He wants you to be his friend. This guy is the same as fucking Trump. He's complaining about first world problems. Do you think this guy who is narrating this video on Palentire gives a fuck about all the hundreds of thousands of homeless people that plague these fucking cities in this country and have for decades? He's never cared. He's never fucking cared. That's called apathy. And when you got a massive people that are so apathetic that they just don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves, who do you think is going to end up their president someday in the future? Oh, some guy that's just no. You know who's, okay, if you have a mass of people that all they care about is themselves, they spit on the poor, they fucking hate the poor, they ignore the poor, all they do is care about them fucking self all the time. You know who's going to end up being their president? Trump. Trump is going to be that person, that group of people's president is Trump. Apathy creates despair. This is the angry hobo angle. Like, when somebody suggests that I listen to a video like on Palentire and shit, like, hey, I love Gypsy. I'm not talking shit on Gypsy Fox or nothing. I'm just like I don't care who it is. Somebody wants me to, check something out, I totally will. But see, I'm the angry hobo, dude. Those are my lenses. I look through the angry hobo lens. And when I listen to this guy who's talking about how Trump is, doing this evil deal with the Palentire and on, dude, this guy, he's complaining about he's complaining about first world problems. This guy I mean, look at where I'm living, dude. I live in a fucking trailer. You think that this guy who's complaining about Palentire gives a fuck about Americans like me? Absolutely not. Let's go back to the Bible verse. This guy is one of these people. He's the person that when the faggot comes walking in with the gold ring and their gay fucking faggot clothes, and then there also comes in a poor man in vile raiment, the guy narrating that video on Palentire, he has respect to the gay faggot wearing the rich gay clothes and welcomes him. Oh, please come sit here. And then when he sees the poor, says the poor, oh, go stand over there. Get away from me, you dirty, unclean. And so he's no different than Trump. Dude, look, let me go back to this. Like on the Palentire video, when he's talking about Palestine. So this guy supposedly cares so much about Palestine. But dude, okay, I did a video with Rick from Think Like a Cop. Rick has a thing every once in a while where he allows other people, they call on their cell phone, and using technology, they can get on Rick's video live, and then Rick will talk to him. I have a video. I'll leave the link to it in the comment section where I'm talking to Rick, and this was back in 2022 when there was shit going on with Israel and Palestine. It became a big thing back in 2022. And when I got on there with Rick, and Rick's like, so what do you think? Hey, Angry Hobo, what do you think about all this? I'm like, dude, it's total fucking bullshit. Okay? Because when you look at what's going on, this was in 2022. When all that shit was going on in Israel back then, all the Palestinians were complaining that Israel was driving them into homelessness. And I mentioned this to Rick, and I said, dude, this country has a massive fucking homeless problem, and nobody gives a fuck. But then the Palestinians start complaining that Israel is driving them into homelessness, poverty, and everybody starts shitting their fucking pants and marching in fucking droves of how free Palestine. You see, nobody gives a fuck. And so when I listen, I don't care about Palestine. I don't fucking care about Israel, Palestine. I don't give a shit. Apathy creates despair. When you got all these fucking, you got like this mass homeless problem all over in this fucking country. Every major city is plagued with homelessness. No Americans give a fuck about that at all. But when the Israel starts driving the Palestinians into homelessness, well, all of a sudden, all these virtue signaling, cocksucking, fucking retarded pieces of shit come flooding out onto the streets with their signs saying "Free Palestine," but they don't even care about the homeless here. It all goes back to that verse in the Bible. Now, I'm not referencing the Bible because I'm preaching to you and I want you to. I'm just saying. You can find truth in the Bible, just like you can find truth in some Odyssey video on Palentire or some BitChute video on, like I said, even liars speak the truth with a lying tongue. So everything has to be filtered through discernment. And that thing that I pointed out in the Bible is true, nonetheless truth. If you or I, we see the guy with the gold ring and the faggot clothes. Oh, won't you be my friend? And then we also see the fucking poor guy with the vile clothes and all stinky. And we say, get out of here, you dirty scum. We're just like Trump. We're just like fucking Trump. And so if we're just like Trump, hypothetically, because of course you don't do that, right? No, you and I, we don't do that, right? So only hypothetically. So hypothetically, if we do that, how are we any different than Trump? We're not. The only difference is he has all the power and we don't. But if we were given it, we'd do the same thing. We'd ignore the poor people. Oh, shut up. Get out of here. Go get a job, you lazy bum. And we do all the same fucking faggot sellout. Oh, you wear the gay clothes and the ring. Oh, come sit by me. All these fucking hordes of people, Trumpers and anti-Trumpers, these masses are just like Trump. Just because someone claims they're against Trump, that means jack fucking shit, dude. This is the angry hobo angle. This is what I see through. This is what the lens that I look through. And nobody gives a fuck. All anybody cares about is themselves. Self. My, me, my me, my, my, me, my, my, me, my. That evil Trump, he's messing up my, me, my. It's all me, I, me. Do any of these people give a fuck about anybody but themselves? No. They're just like that, what's described in the Bible. I have no respect for fucking people. And like I said, and again, this isn't a fucking shit talk, gypsy fox or not, dude. Gypsy Fox suggests I listen to that, watch that video, and I did. And I wanted to share my thoughts. And from the angry hobo angle, I'm telling you, the guy that's putting out this so-called information about Palentire, how much of it is true and not, I don't know. I can honestly say I don't know for sure. But it doesn't matter how much of it is true and how much of it isn't, because I guarantee you, that guy doing that video, talking all that stuff about Palentire, he's just another apathetic, self-centered, selfish fucking... He's a control freak. If he was in office, he would be fucking doing all kinds of insane shit. He would continue to ignore the poor. See, this is all normalized. To ignore the poor is normal. Well, because they're homeless, they're this, they're that, you know. And he's just another one. I don't do that because I lived on the street for 10 years, so I know what it's like. I've walked a mile in a motherfucker's shoes. I know better than to ignore homeless people's shit. But your average person doesn't know any better. And I don't care if they're a Trumper or anti-Trumper. They're all the same. All they care about is themselves. That's apathy. And apathy creates despair. When you have a when you have a population the size of America that's full of hordes and masses and seas of apathetic people that only care about themselves, the president that they are going to have elected is going to be what so many people perceive Trump to be. Orange man. That's what you're going to get. And see, all these people, they get what they deserve, and then they complain about how evil Trump is. But they deserve Trump. That's what they deserve, Trump, dude. They brought it all on themselves, and then they complain that it's all everyone else's fault. And the very few, like the very few people that aren't apathetic and that do think of others and are trying to be thoughtful and shit regarding things like the poor and homeless and shit, those people, they don't even care. It's like, because it all makes sense. If Trump is as evil as all these people say, well, are you going to argue that the masses of Americans don't deserve what they're getting with Trump? That they don't deserve it? Well, of course they do. Because they're just like Trump. They're all just like Trump. And so, of course, they're going to complain about Trump because they're just like Trump. Trump will complain. Trump complains about all kinds of stupid shit. So anyway, the Palentire thing, I get the premise, but the messenger, I don't respect him at all. The messenger, he's just like Trump. He doesn't give a fuck. And most of these messengers bringing this so-called information or whatever, they're all just like Trump. You know, you put them in office, I guarantee you, things would not get better by a fucking long shot. So anyways, just my thoughts on the Palentire project.